And we're back with the world's leading fans of hockey.
Fans?
Yep, I am now
Plural?
a huge hockey fan because the Flyers are killing it tonight.
Well, you
But
probably would be a Pittsburgh fan, though, wouldn't you?
I guess technically, if you have to go by birthright, I guess I would have to.
You don't have to go by birthright.
No,
You
I know.
go by allegiance. Technically, I'd go to Reading Royals if I was,
Yeah.
which that's, I guess, tell you everywhere I was born now that I think about
Yeah.
it. But whatever.
Yeah, if I was into any sports, I would probably be into Pittsburgh teams because I know the most about them. I mean, we were just talking about Sidney Crosby, freaking Mario Lemieux.
I will say Pittsburgh is the only city that I'm aware of that has color coordinated all of their professional sports teams.
Yes, and as a designer, that's huge for me.
And it's pretty dang cool. I'm not gonna lie.
And one more thing about branding and design. I think I've talked about this before. The Pittsburgh mascot, the Penguins mascot, his name is Iceberg, but ICEBURGH. Like Berg is
weird.
spelled the same way as Pittsburgh, the Berg in Pittsburgh. It's genius.
Oh, okay.
It's excellent marketing there. Marketing team of the Pittsburgh Penguins. I know you're watching. Give yourself a round of applause. Yeah, and I guess like the Steelers, like my dad's a huge Steelers fan, so like I know a lot about them. And I've every now and then a TikTok will come up that's like Heinz Ward highlights, and I'm like, holy shit, this guy was nuts. But other than that, I don't really care. If I was going to be into hockey, I would probably still be a Red Wings fan because they were all the rage when I lived in Michigan.
They have not been good for a while. They're getting better currently. But for a while, they held the record for the most number of consecutive playoff appearances. It was like 15 years. They were in the playoffs consecutively.
Yeah,
They didn't win the cup every year, obviously, but they were in the playoffs for like, it might have been like 20 years, actually. It was crazy.
That's
Something
nuts. Yeah, I lived in Michigan the two back-to-back years where they won the cup. I think it was like 97 and
They
98.
beat the fucking Flyers on that one.
Yeah, that's my team, baby. Yeah, go Red Wings. Yeah, Fedorov.
The funny thing is about the Flyers too, man, is that they've up until the last like 15, 16 years or so, they've been consistently good, like genuinely, like really, like competitive at the very least. And
kind.
after winning their back-to-back cups in the 70s, every time they would get back to the cup finals, they would hit a dynasty, like a team that was just like insane.
Yeah.
Right. So after they won their back-to-back finals, they lost to the Canadians in the cup final, I think, in the third year in a row. Like it's tough to win the cup multiple years in a row because it's a brutal like playoff schedule. It was more common back in the day because there was less, like the playoffs were shorter. Now it's 4 rounds. Like you have to win 16 games total in 4 best of 7 matchups over the course of 4 best of 7 matchups.
That
to
feels
win the cup now.
like too many.
Back in the day, there was only 2 rounds usually. Like you
Wow.
like maybe because there was less teams.
Yeah.
Maybe not 2 rounds, but it was like it was shorter. Like it was easier to do it back then because there was less playoffs overall. But they lost to the Canadians, and the Canadians after that run won 5 Stanley Cups in a row.
Holy
Like,
crap.
right? Like, they
What?
fucking just like, you see what I'm saying? Like they
5 in
ran
a
into
row?
dynasty. 5 in a row. I'm gonna hold on. Let me double check to make sure I get my information right.
Now-
Stanley Cup winners by year.
When you say dynasty like that, is that just like a descriptive word, or is that like an actual term that, like, when you hit so many in a row?
That's usually, it's like a descriptive term.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much. It's like when you hit so many in a row, then you're considered a dynasty. Dynasty is a lot more loose of a term now because, like since like the 90s, really, there's only I think since the Edmonton Oilers in the 80s, there's only been not even. Let me double check on this. I think since the New York Islanders in the early 80s, there hasn't been a team that's won it more than 2 times in a row. Like even the Edmonton Oilers at the height of like their power, they won 5 between 1984 and 1990, but they lost two different ones in between then. But yeah, so Flyers won back to back. Then they lost to the Canadiens in '76, and the Canadiens would go on to win 5 Stanley Cups in a row.
Jeez, imagine being them like afterwards. Like, so we lost, and then they won 5 in a row.
Then in 1980, the Flyers make it back to the Cup Finals, and they lose to the New York Islanders, who then would go on to win the next 3. So they won 4 Stanley Cups in a row. So the Flyers make it back to the finals and lose to the next dynasty, the New York Islanders of the early 80s.
Yep. Everyone remembers the Islanders in the 80s. Jesus.
Well, the Islanders fans do. Then they make it back to the finals in 1985, where they lose to the Edmonton Oilers, who at that point had just won their second cup. And then while the Oilers wouldn't win the cup next year in 86, they would go on to win 87 and 88.
87, 88, yeah.
1998.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, sure, Andrew. Go fuck yourself.
I'm not minimizing what you're doing. I'm just pretending to fit in.
And then in 1997, the Flyers go back to the Cup and lose to the Detroit Red Wings.
Yep.
Which, while they weren't necessarily a dynasty, the Red Wings were like a consistent great team from 97 onward for a good long while.
Yeah, it must have been 97, 98 that they won.
Yes, that was when they won back to back.
That was like being there, living in Michigan. Like I've lived in the Philly-ish area when like the Eagles won the Super Bowl or the Phillies won the World Series. And like, yeah, it goes nuts. But like Detroit is another level, man. Like
they love their hockey, dude. And they just love their team.
Yeah, and like those players were celebrities. Like I probably can't name. I feel like we've had this exact conversation last time we talked about hockey. Also, welcome to Hockey Tuesdays. I probably can still name more 1997-98 Red Wings players than I could any other team, like of any like currently or anything. Oh shit, a heated rivalry podcast. Yeah, can't you tell because I got my Red Wings shirt on and Josh is
about to get steamy.
Yeah, especially once Josh takes off his shoes for Jimmy. No,
Jimmy shoes. Anybody.
I've said never give away feet pics for free. Make him pay you. Also, Jimmy, did my girlfriend send you $10?
Then the Flyers, the next time they made the Cup final was in 2010, where they played the Blackhawks. They lost to the Blackhawks, and while the Blackhawks weren't necessarily a dynasty in the sense that like it's the closest thing to a dynasty in the modern sense, where they won in 2010. They didn't make it back to the Cup final the next 2 years that the Blackhawks did. But then they won again in 2013, and then they won again in 2015. So, like, they won 3 cups over 5 years, which is as close to a dynasty in the modern context as you can get.
Yeah.
Plisa
is getting Jimmy's feet pics. She's selling them in chat right now. No.
We had wooden nickels.
Yeah. We had she quoted something, and she was like, if anyone gets this, I'll give you $10. And then Jimmy, I think, got what it was from, and she was like, okay, give me your Venmo, I'll give you $10. And he was like, nope, you gotta pay me in wooden nickels. I exploited the chat delay for the answer. Oh, so it was a lie all along.
There you go.
Fibby, we're gonna call you Fibby Doom from now on. I'm telling tall tales in my chat. Deceased.
But yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
Well, no worries. That was pretty much it. I was just going to say the Flyers, when they have gotten to the Cup final after their 2 back-to-back victories in the 70s, they just always ran into a team that was like consistently good.
Yeah,
like just constantly in contention. So it is what it is. And after that 2010 Cup run, where the Flyers weren't even expected to make it to there, in fact, that playoff run. They to get to the Stanley Cup Finals, they beat the Boston Bruins, and it was one of like at the time, it's happened a few more times since then, but I think it was like the third or fourth time in all of sports where a team in a 7-game series was down 3-0, meaning the Flyers lost 3 in a row to kick it off, and then they came back to win the series because like
Whoa.
statistically that almost never happens.
Yeah.
Um,
I'd love to know
they
like the
came back.
percentage that's happened, the amount of times that's happened.
It's not a lot, man.
That's
Teams
cool.
that have won a 0-3 start to a series. It's very few. It still is few and far between,
Yeah.
considering the entire history of sports. Right. The crazy thing is too, in Game 7 of that Boston series, Philly was down 0-3
Hmm.
but by like the midway point of the second period, and then they came back and scored 4 unanswered goals and won. So
Wow.
like in the Game 7 that won them the series, it was a mimicry of it mimicked the entire series up to that point, down 0-3, only to come back and win 4-3. It's crazy.
Art imitates life.
And it jokes on us because the very next year, Boston Bruins went on to win the cup. So
Womp womp. Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm
Happy
sure.
Talk Tuesday.
Happy Hockey Tuesday. Drew is celebrating because we're talking about the Bruins. I don't know if he follows
Hockey
sports.
Wicked.
Yeah, it's wicked good, dude.
Wicked
Oh my
smash.
god, dude, the Bruins.
The Bruins, they're doing pretty well this season. Anyway, I gotta stop talking hockey.
Yeah.
I'm excited about the Flyers because they're actually playing well for the first time in a while, a long while.
I can't wait for your recommendation for me to be NHL 2K27.
If I recommended anything to you hockey related, it would be to watch a PWHL game because it's completely free on YouTube.
Oh, sick. I would love to do that.
It's worth watching. The women's hockey league is fantastic. There's no Philly based team, but there is a video game tie-in to the league. So, sort of. So hold on, let me double check all the different names. It's the PWHL teams. The PWHL has a total of, I believe it's 8 teams. Let me get to it real quick. You have the Boston Fleet out of Boston.
Oh, nice.
Minnesota Frost. I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to look up all their logos and rank them.
I would love that. I'm dead serious. The Montreal Victoire.
Ooh.
New York Sirens, like wee woo, that kind of soccer, not like
Wee woo.
New York Sirens.
Okay.
The Ottawa Charge. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that one, but
Yeah,
that logo's
that's
not bad.
bit generic. Unless there's some kind of connection to Ottawa and electricity.
The Toronto Scepters.
Okay. The Royal Scepters. It's already a dick joke.
Now, the 2 new ones that just got added were the Seattle Torrent and the Vancouver Golden Eyes.
Oh, that's sick. Golden Eye.
I found his weakness.
So what was
the lyrics to that song are fucking crazy.
Yeah, I remember.
You'll never know how I watched you from the shadows
As a child. So fucking weird. Wait, what was the one you said before the Golden Eyes?
It's the Seattle Torrent.
Oh, okay. Oh, I was gonna make a joke about they were called the Seattle LimeWire, but they had to change it to just
That's not a bad joke.
generic.
I like it.
I'm not good enough to announce that I had a joke and then go back to it, but here we are. Anyway, Hockey Tuesday continues. How was your week? I was gonna say 2 weeks because it's past couple times it's been 2 weeks, but it's been 1 week since you. I don't know.
My week's been good.
Nice.
My week's been fine. I finished Horizon Forbidden West.
I saw, and it was quite a tearjerker.
Yes, I cried crazy.
I can't wait to cry.
I don't want to spoil the reason for it because it's not like a crazy plot twist, but it is a moment that you do not want spoiled.
Word. Yeah. I've heard even more twisty than the first one, which the first one's pretty twisty.
So. I will say I've been thinking about it a lot because I'll be doing an episode on it somewhat soon.
And not to super interrupt, but if Police is still in the chat, let's not spoil the first one because she's currently playing the first one.
Good to know. I won't spoil it. This doesn't spoil either of them. The first one. What I was going to say, no spoilers on the story. The first one, it feels very much like it's focused on Aloy's journey, like her personal journey, along with obviously learning the backstory of the world.
Yeah.
The second one, Aloy, it feels a lot more flat in a sense. Like
Huh.
she doesn't have strong reactions to a lot of things, and it doesn't ruin the game for me by any
Mm.
stretch, but it's something by the end I'm like, man, she's just like, there's just no emotion to some of the stuff. And I don't think actually Birch is a phenomenal voice actress. I don't think
Yeah.
it's her, because she's great in the first game and she's great in other games she's done. um she shows a little emotion. I'm playing the DLC now. I played the game for 70 hours and I'm still like enjoying it
Holy
enough to
shit.
continue straight into the DLC. Yeah,
That's awesome.
I I beat it in 70 hours. I could have beaten it quicker, but I did literally almost every side quest.
Yeah, because they're so good. I assume they're good because the first one, the side quests were so good that I couldn't tell what was a side quest and what was part of the main quest.
I mean, they're pretty clear, because it gives you, when you have the quest tracker, you have your main quest.
No,
And you have side
yeah.
quests
I mean,
and
just in
errands.
terms of quality.
Yeah. This one, what I like about it is, like, as much as Aloy feels a little bit more stiff and a little bit more like less, like more like a bored, like she doesn't, she's a lot less, she has less emotions. She's not emotionless, but she has less emotions.
Yeah.
The side characters are very fleshed out by comparison. Like, as much like if they kept the side characters the way they did in the first one, I think this would have been a little bit of a disappointment. Not like enough to make me dislike the game. I would have finished it with like, that was a fun time, but it wasn't anything like, it wouldn't have lived up to the expectation. At least for me, like, the side characters are all super engaging. It expands upon side characters that you met in the first game. It adds a whole bunch of new ones. Really, really, really enjoyed that.
Nice. Do they
Yeah.
address... I forget if they had made this before Lance Reddick died, but did they address that at all? Like, is he still in it? Does he still voice that guy?
He's still in it. He's still in it. I don't know if they're going to like use AI to like sample him for like the sequel or not, because he's still like.
So he doesn't die. Great spoiler.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
I was gonna say, like, this is an extremely minor spoiler. He doesn't die. You're not gonna like him. I'll say that.
Yeah.
But like, you also don't really like him in the first game, so it's not that much. That's not really a spoiler.
No, but he's so compelling. He's so interesting.
He still is very compelling. I will give him that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I loved it. It might be in my top 10.
All time.
Yes.
Holy crap. Is the first one up there?
I don't know. I like, maybe, like, right now, like, you know, gun to the earth. If I had to pick,
Gun
like,
to the earth. I'll do it. Please don't. I already have enough to deal with.
Think about the pebbles.
Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption 2 is up there.
Cinematic. Freaking masterpiece,
so-
that game.
That game, I think part of the reason that's so high is because I went into it hating it. Like, not hating it because of like no hipster Josh with it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, let me. Funnily enough, know what made me play it?
What?
It's
Oh,
Old
no.
Town Road.
Are you serious?
I heard it. I remember seeing like videos with it. I liked the song. I'm like, all right.
I'm in a country mood.
Someone made like a Red Dead music video. I don't even think Lil Nas X did a Red Dead music video.
That's awesome. You're like, hell yeah, brother. Let me get into some cowboy stuff after this Old Town Road. Billy Ray Cyrus and Lil Nas X, that's what did it for me. Not the fact that it's one of the most highly regarded video games of all time. You're like, no, that song keeps playing, man. And I think I'm going to dive in.
I could be misremembering why I got into it. I feel like it was because of that, though.
I love that.
90% certain.
You're like, I got to get down an Old Town Road of my own here pretty soon. Well, I also... It's not as hilarious as that, but I will say every time I go to Texas Roadhouse, I want to play Red Dead Redemption, which is like it's the most like clean Americanized capitalism cowboy spot.
Capitalism Cowboy was my high school band's name.
Hell yeah. Oh my god, that's so funny. It's Old Town Road. Oh my god, there's racists everywhere. Probably their ears burning, being like, a black man made you play this country masterpiece, Red Dead Redemption.
A game that explicitly lets you murder KKK members in it.
I didn't come across them, unfortunately.
I did. It was awesome.
Oh, I found out.
I had a lot of fun.
I saw a TikTok of somebody coming across them in the woods and being like, "Oh, buddy," and just like lobbing the Molotov cocktails in and blowing them to bits. And I was like, "Damn, I wish I had done that."
There is some guy. I think it's like his name is Swole Gaming.
Yeah,
and he does a phenomenal Arthur Morgan and Dutch Vanderland impression.
Nice.
And so he was playing a modded version of Red Dead 2, and they're on like some bridge, and he goes, "Hi, I'm Arthur Morgan, and welcome to Jackass." And it cuts to what is it? I think he I guess what did they do? They were on top of a bridge, and Dutch jumps off the bridge, and he is wearing a noose, and Arthur's going to shoot the noose before it like falls, and then it doesn't work, and Dutch starts hanging himself. He's like, "Dutch, no, I'm coming for you, Dutch."
Dutch.
It's I'm butchering exactly what happens in it, but they're doing some type of like Jackass style stunt within the confines of Red Dead 2 in like a modded version of it. And he shoots the noose, so Dutch falls in the river, and he goes like, "I'm coming for you, Dutch," and he jumps into the river after him. And if you pay attention, because it's a modded version, this guy must have done some weird shit to his version, because there's sharks jumping in and out of the water. There's like sharks coming out of the waterfall.
I love it. It's like the whale in Kung Pao. A whale.
Oh, it's so. I'm going to see if I can find the clip of it and send it to you, so I can.
Mr. Morgan.
It's so good.
Oh, anyway, so all that to say, Horizon Forbidden West was pretty good.
Yes, and then I also started Trace Memory for the DS recently.
Yeah, I think we briefly talked about that. I played a few hours of that. I enjoyed it. I fell off of it because the DS. I don't know, for some reason, I never got into many DS games that weren't Pokemon. Like, there's some really good ones out there too. Like, I have not played The World Ends With You, which I know that I would love.
Mm-hmm. It's like really good.
The whole Shibuya punk aesthetic or grind fiction aesthetic. Yeah, there's a lot of handheld games that I need to play, like freaking Gravity Rush. I haven't played either of those.
Okay, I found the video. They're doing a bungee jump, and what he's doing is Arthur Morgan is standing on a bridge, and he's gonna lasso Dutch, who's on a cliff on the opposite side of the bridge.
Oh, okay.
And then pull him off like a bungee jump, and he's hanging upside down then.
Jeez.
I'll send you a link to it. I found the clip. It's really funny. I'll text it to you so you can watch it later. But
is that your quest for me? Watch this clip.
Yes.
It's 4 seconds long.
Oh my god, that was fast.
You have 6 months.
You completed so quickly.
You have 6 months to do this.
It's your 6 month quarterly quest. But yeah, so that's all that has been really going on my end, other than like adult bullshit like filing taxes and all that other shit. But that's on my end. What about you, sir? What have you been up to?
Well, hang on. Josh Koval just texted me, so I have to read that real quick. No. Yeah, I know. I got to do my taxes too. Next year is going to be a pain because I was like employed all of 2025, but this year is full on freelance, so I'm gonna have to do all the write-offs and stuff, which like boohoo, I'm gonna get money back, but it's a lot more work, and I owe a lot more when I'm freelance. I've done it before, and it's like, okay, this will be $6,000 now, and I'm like, I don't have that. Okay,
you have to save it all. You have to put it all aside.
Yeah. Or like every year, I just get on a payment plan, and it's just like, okay, it's however much a month, but. For me, I I guess I'll do games first. I beat Armored Core 6, which I
Nice.
loved. Punishingly difficult final boss. Oh my god. Well, I can't even.
Who would have guessed that a game from
A
FromSoft
FromSoft would have.
was punishingly difficult?
Yeah. Um, Oh, the cool thing with that though is like you can change your builds on the fly. Like if you're like, oh no, the rocket launcher's not really working, so let me switch to like the pulse, beam or whatever. And
Hmm.
your different parts can make you like smaller and faster and lighter. Or if you're like, I just need to like tank more hits, then you like go for more of like a heavy build. So it's kind of cool to be able to have it be like, okay, so it's not just that I'm bad at this or just that it's really hard. It's like maybe this isn't the right build, and then you get to like take your little Gundam and change stuff out. And I corrected myself when I said final boss because apparently it's not actually the final boss of the game. Um,
Hmm.
I got to the credits, and then someone in chat was like, "Yep, this is ending one. You have to play play New Game Plus and do different choices," because I guess there's choices that I realized way too late.
What is this, Near Automata?
What is this? All the Nier games? Yeah. So
This Auto Tomato?
Automata, Tomater. So apparently I'll have to go through again, make different choices, which will then unlock a third playthrough, which is like the true ending.
Oh,
I know.
I can't shit like that.
Interesting.
Like, I get it. I can't. I I don't know. I don't want to have to spend. I just spent a 70-hour game, right? So if the first playthrough is 40 hours alone, and then I think I finish a story, I'm done. Like I can't stand having to replay something. Like I have to redo all the shit I just did slightly differently just to figure out what you want to tell me.
Well, if it's like the Nier games, I don't know. I haven't started my second playthrough yet, but it's different enough that it's like, oh, this is just another game. And it sounds like Armored Core goes there as well. So I'm not going to stream that. I'm like, I don't, I don't like streaming games that make me angry. And most of the time, I got through Armored Core for the most part pretty easily. But there's a couple of tough boss fights that was like, an hour at least, probably a couple hours that were just like ridiculously hard. And I don't really want to do that again. Like I was playing.
I feel you on that. That's why I'm doing the DLC for Forbidden West off stream for the same reason. Like not that the game made me mad. It's just like I just spent 70 hours just about. There's probably maybe 10 to 15 that I did not stream, but I spent like a large chunk of it like streaming it. And I don't feel like doing that again. So I can understand what you're coming with.
Yeah,
for different reasons, but I can understand it.
Sure. And Jimmy knew exactly where I was going next because he was watching me last night. So, holy shit! Last night I am not proud of it. I ended a stream angry. You're never supposed to go to bed angry. I was pissed off. I was playing the DLC for Shinobi Art of Vengeance, which just dropped.
Okay.
And I was like, cool. So the whole point of this is like parallel universes, and you get to go to other Sega games universes, and you fight.
That's a really cool idea.
Yeah. So you have a stage, like a stage and a half, and then a boss fight from. There's three. You do Golden Axe, Yakuza, and then Sonic. So you fight Dr. Eggman. As Joe Musashi from Shinobi, which is cool. I was saying when it goes on YouTube, I'm gonna title it Into the Segaverse, and it's gonna have to be 2 parts because I quit last night. So the next one will be across across the Segaverse. So I'll still get both Spider-Verse references in there. But I think there's 6 stages because it looked like there was 2 Golden Axe, 2 Yakuza, and as far as I could tell, there was only 1 Sonic stage. So I maybe I'll unlock another one. But so I beat 3, and holy shit, I was getting so tilted because I thought it was gonna be like, oh, fun little challenges, like let's see what it's like to fight this boss as the Shinobi, and they're like, fuck it, you motherfucker, this is gonna be the hardest shit you've ever done. Like, do not play. You have to beat, I think, like 3 levels of the base game before you can play the DLC. And I was telling people last night, I was like, do not play this unless you beat the game, because it was harder than some of like the end game stuff. I don't know if it took me longer than the final boss of Shinobi, because that was really hard. Which I also was like, most of the game felt too easy, and then the bosses feel too hard, so the balance was kind of off. But yeah, Jimmy was right. I was fighting Death Adder from Golden Axe for ages, and he's just this big ass like Viking guy. And I finally beat him. Did the first Yakuza level, got up to the boss fight, and was like, I don't have it in me to do another boss fight. So I'll probably do that tomorrow for Wildcard Wednesdays, and hopefully I can beat it. But yeah, I'm gonna continue with Armored Core. It's really good. I am enjoying it quite a bit. I'm just probably not gonna stream it. I also want to get to other things like Shenmue, which is gonna be my next main quest Monday.
Nice.
Yeah, another game that I beat. Not only beat, I platinumed.
Ooh, oh, I think I know which one.
You probably do. Do you know? You want to guess?
Astrobot.
Yes, it is. I fucking love that game so much. I've said it before. I don't think it's quite as curated or as cohesive as Playroom, but Playroom.
I still disagree, but okay. To each their own.
Yeah, but I mean that's I'm being really nitpicky. It's still like an incredible, like one of the best platformers of all time. It's such a love letter to Sony games. Like it is to Sony what like Super Smash Brothers is to Nintendo. Like, oh my god, all the little details, like so many little tiny things that are like, oh my god, who thought to put that in? So I platinumed it, and I'm not like typically the guy who's like, I gotta get everything and everything. So I looked, and I have only platinumed 6 games ever on a Sony platform. 2 of them are Astro games, so 1/3 of my platinums are Astro related. Oh, you okay?
Hold on. There was just a lot of noise coming from outside. I don't know what. I think it was a car. Like it sounded like the muffler was off. It was like, but like I couldn't tell if it was like fireworks because we live in a redneck area and there's lots of fucking fireworks.
Yeah.
So but it was like so consistent. I'm like, that doesn't sound like fireworks. It doesn't have the right like rhythm or like cadence.
Maybe
so
the Flyers
it was
one.
Weird. The third period's still going on, so no. Anyway, continue.
So yeah, so I looked up what my platinum games. In the rhythm of the night, the night. Oh yeah. I looked up what games I had platinumed. Oh, a real quick aside for platinum games. I was wearing my platinum games shirt when I went to. We have like a cool market downtown here, and I was wearing my shirt last week, and some guy was like, "Yo, I love your platinum game shirt," and I was like, "Oh, sick! What's your favorite? Like, what's your favorite game?" And he's like, "Vanquish," and I was like, "With the Vanquish pull too? Oh my god! If you know Vanquish, that's ball. He knew ball." And I was like, "If you know that, did you play?" Oh, you have something to say?
So 2 things. One, just because I was curious about my own, I have 9 platinums.
Oh, nice.
But that's not what my thing was. And speaking of platinum games, did you know they follow me on Instagram?
What?
Yeah.
I've never been more jealous of anything in my entire life.
They follow me on Instagram.
Have you posted
why?
anything from any of their content? Have you covered any of their games?
I have. Hold on. Let me just double check. Hold on. Platinum Games Official. Let me make sure. They're only following 20 people, and I'm one of them.
Holy shit!
I don't. Some of the people they follow makes no sense. There's a random dude called Brian Cooperative or Corporative. I don't know. He has 110 followers, so like I think some fucking intern just followed me.
No, own it. Be like, yeah, they're coming to me for stuff.
Yeah, it was Astral Chain. I posted about Astral Chain. That's what it was because I really like that game quite a bit.
That's one of the only platinum games I haven't played.
And I think I was posting about it and I tagged them on it, and then they just followed me. And I'm like, what?
Amazing.
So I'm followed by Platinum Games on Instagram. It's very weird.
I would put that
It's
in my
very
resume
weird.
if I were you. Like, if that happened to me, I would put that
I've been-
everywhere. I would introduce every conversation that way. Oh hi, yeah, Andrew Kinsey, follower of followee of Platinum Games. Yeah, you know Platinum Games.
like, what?
Most people would be like, "What?" That's awesome, though.
Excuse me. Super weird. But anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
Continue. I just when you mentioned Platinum, I was like, they follow me. I'm kind of a big.
I'm kind
deal.
of a big deal in the
Yeah.
gaming sphere. That's rad. But anyway, yeah. So games that I have platinumed, both Astro games. So Astro's Playroom, Astro Bot. The only other PS5 one, it's a PS4 game, but I played it on PS5, was Sable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I really like that game. I really got into the vibe of it. I don't think it's one of those games where, and this is why I feel the need to like separate like best from favorite all the time. Like, I don't think
Yeah.
Sable is a very well put together game. However, it moved me so much that I was like, I can't stop playing this. I want to get everything there is. Like the journey is the destination. Like, is the feeling of that game. Like it feels kind of like how Journey makes you feel. And I was just like, I got
I'm
to do.
still listening. I'm just trying to see which games I've platinum now that I'm looking at it.
Oh, nice.
Continue.
Just
Just want to let you know that I am listening, even if I'm not looking at the camera.
I appreciate it. Just checking in with my close personal friends, Platinum Games, and seeing what they're up to. Hit him with a
I
U up.
platinum games, as you do.
Hit him with a WYD. So yeah, Sable, I loved it. Played the crap out of it. I almost stopped short of getting the platinum because there's a really annoying like collectible get 1,000 freaking of these little weird collectible things, and I hate that. But I was like, I can't do all but one, so I put in a couple more hours and finished that out. Then the other two, which honestly I don't even think I can count, are Telltale's Walking Dead and Game of Thrones games, because they pretty much give you the platinum just for playing through them.
Going through, yeah.
Because I imagine that they can't put specific, they can't put any any trophies that would sway you from making certain story choices. Is everything okay? Are you still there?
I somehow have 7 bronze trophies for Borderlands 2, and I don't know how, because I don't own Borderlands 2.
Huh. That was when
One
I was
thing I could think
playing
of
it
is
on
that
your account.
maybe my brother played it. Oh, like he bought it for a game and then played it before he had a PSN account.
Yeah.
Actually, that would make sense because I didn't play Jack 2 or 3, and I have like 87% of the trophies in there. That makes a lot of sense. That must be what it is. I'm going to chalk it up to that. Sorry, continue.
No.
I'm just looking through all that. It's just weird to see.
My team didn't even have to play to win the championship, Fat Joe. I'll take your word for it. I know I think he's a rapper. God, I sound like the whitest, the whitest honky ever. I believe he's a rapper. He does the hip hop.
He just
No.
the hibbit to the hip hop. The hibbit to the hibbit to the hip hop. You don't stop. You try. Anyway, you go on.
So yeah. So my two of my next platinums are Walking Dead. He's a hood bard. That's great. Yeah, Telltale's Walking Dead and Game of Thrones games. Because like I was saying, I wonder, I don't know if this is the case. I imagine that they just can't, like, you just get a trophy for completing a chapter. They probably didn't want to put gameplay specific things for trophies to sway you to make certain changes, or like choices, I should say, because those are all about like, do you save this person, spare this person, so and so will remember that. That's where that meme came from. So I don't know if I technically count those because I got the platinums just for beating them. And then my only other one goes all the way back to PS3 days. Do you remember when me and some of our college friends, Casey, Dave in particular, made our entire personality Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 2?
Yes, I do remember that.
That game came out.
I do remember that.
At the perfect time. Naruto was like hitting its peak. Like, I mean, the Pain arc, I think, had just come out. So it was like we were all in. We were studying Japanese together. We were fully in. That game came out, and yeah, holy crap, we all played that game to death. It's so good.
Wish I liked fighting games.
Yeah,
Wish I did.
I know. I got to get that Fight or Flight going for you. I cannot wait to go to Evo and come back and just like absolutely gush. We'll figure out a time.
We will do that stream beforehand. I'll talk to Courtney, see if I can pick a Saturday to come down.
Yeah.
And we can just stream me sucking at fighting games for like 6 hours.
Hell yeah, brother. Well, I believe it was Jake from not State Farm, but from Adventure Time, who said, "Sucking at something's just the first step at being kind of good at something."
He's not wrong, but I also have to like that something.
I know.
Enough to want to be okay with sucking at it.
Yeah, and that's why I'm crafting and curating this flight for you so carefully that I'm like, oh no. I'm probably overthinking it, honestly, but I think it'll be fun. We'll have a good time regardless. But yeah, so platinumed Astrobot, loved the crap out of it. Beat Armored Core,
good, man.
Liked the crap out of it. And then the only other things that I have to I forgot about this one. Oh my god. I did want to note that I had talked about that really, really weird movie, Angel's Egg, which was,
I think I remember that. I think I remember you talking about that.
Yeah, it was the director of Ghost in the Shell and is it Kitase who did the Final Fantasy VII or the Final Fantasy art, or is that Amano?
That's Amano.
And Amano was like the creative art and the art director. So it's like his art style in like the Ghost of the Shell creator's world, who I think his name is Otani-san. Okay. It's very weird. It's there's very little dialogue. It's all just world building and vibes. You can kind of tell that like Dark Souls and Berserk took a little bit from this kind of style. Like it's kind of gothic, but sort of, I don't know. There's a sci-fi element too. It's very weird. I enjoyed it. I don't think it's for everyone, but I think it's one of the most gorgeous films I've ever seen. And I talked about it before when I saw it in theaters because they re-released it, but it just got added to HBO Max. So if anyone who's listening or watching wants to trip your balls off and remain unaltered by chemicals, you can do it through this movie because holy shit. But it's on Max now. Then to go from one extreme to the other, I guess, Police has showed me Shrek the musical recently. I forget if we've talked about
really
this. Yeah. I basically had to claw, and I kicked and screamed my whole way to watching it. She's like, "I promise you it's good." I was like, "I hate Shrek. The first one's fine." Like,
really, you don't like Shrek?
I really do not like Shrek. I know, and I know that's like a hot take. I think that's
a millennial sacrilege,
right? I know. I feel like I'm gonna.
They showed it to us in school.
Yeah, us too. Michael Myers
I remember being like, "They're letting us watch Shrek in school. This is great."
Yeah,
it was only like a year or two after it came out too, because it was like the moment it came onto home video, they like teachers put it. I remember it was in art class. We watched it. I'm like, "You're letting us watch Shrek?"
That's so funny.
Really?
Yeah, I guess I will say the first one is good. I mean, I still quote it a lot, probably.
The second one I also think is good. I haven't seen much of the ones after it, so I'm not gonna like.
Yeah, I think I just got like burned out when they started making like 4 and TV shows and stuff. I was like, I don't know if it's got the lasting. I don't know if this the franchise has the legs you think it does, DreamWorks, but.
I agree with you on that. Because I didn't really watch. I don't remember anything past the second one.
Yeah,
I've watched maybe like one other after that. But anyway, so you saw Shrek the musical.
Yeah, I'll get to my thoughts on that in a second. But Polisa is like dying to get me to watch the second one, like Shrek 2. She's like, that's my favorite one. So like, I don't know, maybe we'll.
It's a good one. It is. It's pretty good.
I might have to give it another shot. I still think the best thing to come out of this entire franchise is the Puss in Boots movie. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
Oh my god, I might have to change my recommendations for tonight. No. Uh,
So let me get this straight.
yeah.
You don't want to watch Shrek 2,
No.
one of the most beloved animated films of all time.
Nope.
But Puss in Boots, something barely anybody cares about.
Yup.
You're like, I want you to watch that.
Yes, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. In fact, the best part about it is that it has nothing to do with Shrek. It's a completely self-contained story.
Donkey.
Yeah, he's not in it. Thank God.
What are you talking about?
I don't
Donkey.
know. Donkey. Oh, onions have ogres. Um,
No, ogres are like onions. God damn it, get the quote right.
I was quoting somebody else who was misquoting the movie on purpose. Yeah, no, honestly, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is one of the best animated films of all time. It's so good. It's animated like Into the Spider-Verse, not to to come back to that again.
Never saw that either.
What? You made me go R2D2.
Now, I will say that at least interests me more than Puss in Boots does.
Yeah.
The only reason I have not watched it, and I'm not like that particularly interested in watching it, is because I'm still marveled out. Like, I'm so tired of Marvel anything. Like the Wolverine game that everyone's really excited about coming from Insomniac Games, I don't give a shit.
Wow.
It looks good, and I love Insomniac. They're one of my favorite developers.
Yeah.
They probably arguably are my favorite developer, but I just don't care. I'm just so tired of Marvel right now. I don't. They've been in the public zeitgeist like as a major driving force for too long, and I'm just kind of done with it.
I feel that 1,000%. The Spider-Verse
sucks because they're still making good shit. I can't do it.
Somewhat excited for some of the upcoming stuff. I hear the new Daredevil season is awesome. I love those first couple seasons.
I did too.
But I will say Spider-Verse, because it's Sony, it is a Marvel property, but it's not connected to any MCU stuff. It's its own thing. It's animated in such a really cool, interesting way that you'll forget. Like, it's not just like another Marvel movie. It pushed forward animation in a lot of really cool and interesting ways, and we see that in movies like Puss in Boots, because like you'll see like, oh my god, they're animating on the twos like Spider-Verse does, or like some of the chromatic aberration. I'm probably just throwing out nonsense design words, but like the animation styles and the really like wild like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, like insane camera angles and like camera work, the very painterly effects, kind of like how Arcane really does that cool like painterly 3D style. Both of the Spider-Verse movies are incredible.
No, I've seen like video clips of it. I don't have any drive to go see it. Like it's not like I'm like, oh, it sounds overrated. I've heard nothing but good things about it, and I think I would genuinely like it. I just have no motive. I just don't have no interest.
That's fair.
It's so little interest.
I'll even say, last thing, and I'll go back to Shrek. I can't believe I'm saying that. Oh, I'll stop talking about Spider-Man so I can get back to Shrek. I liked those movies despite... So one of the things I'm most fatigued with in this lifetime of mine, zombie shit, vampire shit, and multiverse shit. Those movies are multiverse movies, and yet I will go back and watch them anytime because they do it so well that you forget how fatigued you are with this trope. Anyway, Puss in Boots also unbelievably good. The villain is one of the best movie villains ever. Anyway,
I'll believe that when I see it.
Okay, well, you're about to see it because I think I may be changing my... No. We'll see. It's on the...
Don't do that to me right now.
It's on the back burner. No, there are things I'm going to recommend that I want you to experience more. And I can't wait to get to those. So, Shrek the Musical, I kicked and screamed the whole way through, but I trusted my girlfriend and her taste, and god damn it, was she ever right. Dark Souls and Puss in Boots, Jimmy says.
Oh god.
Is that the new Netflix and chill? Dark Souls and Puss in Boots.
Dark Souls and Pussy.
Yep. You can just like shorten it to Dark Puss. Uh, uh, Shrek the Musical is one of the best musicals I've ever seen. I hate to say it. I genuinely hate to say it. Because I was like, what are they even gonna do? Like, it's just gonna be like watching the movie. It's not. You're wrong, you fool. They do so much new stuff. The songs are better than they... I was like, God, so they're gonna what? What, is he gonna come out and he's gonna be singing Smash Mouth? No, you idiot! You fool! It's so... I'm talking to my past self.
Yeah.
The songs are like genuine. I'm like, did Lin-Manuel write these? Like, why is it so good? The stuff they do, like, within the limitations of theater, like, they take a movie that I tolerated at best and made me like, I love this story. Like, oh my God. I forget how we watched it. I think, I forget if it was on a streaming or if we just watched it on YouTube. But it's out there, available. I can't believe I'm saying, but like, I love Shrek the Musical. I hope my girlfriend's still in the chat because she's going to be like, ha ha ha, see? Not that she'd be surprised because I told her when we were watching it, but I cried. I forgot. I cried a lot at Shrek the Musical.
I mean, not for nothing, but you cry at everything.
That is true. However, I went in like clenching my tear ducts shut because I was like, I don't want to, this is going to be stupid. Shrek is dumb and overrated. And then it was just like waterfall. It was like waterfall crying.
There was, I think, just because you reminded me of it, unfortunately, I think it's done. I'm going to have to double check on this. For a while, for a good long time, there was a thing called Shrek Fest in Milwaukee.
Oh my God.
And it ran for a while. It ran for 9 years. It for 10 years, excuse me. It looks like it's no longer a thing. It was Shrekfest was the ultimate celebration of love, laughter, and everyone's favorite green ogre, held annually by 3GI Industries from 2014 to 2023. Not that long ago.
Wow!
This free all ages event took place on Labor Day weekend in Madison and Milwaukee, Wisconsin. From whimsical beginnings to global acclaim, Shrekfest has been a decade-long journey in laughter, love, and blah blah blah. And it looks like it is. I'm going to double check this.
Love, laughter, and layers.
The last one, it seems like, was 70. Their last post on Instagram was 76 weeks ago. So like a week and a half ago.
Week and a half?
Let me see.
A year and a half?
No, sorry, yeah, a year and a half.
Oh, it's like time dilation. That's so funny.
It looks like they stopped doing it in 2023. I'm still trying to figure out exactly when it stopped, but yeah, it started as a joke in 2014 and turned into an annual tradition, and it literally like they have a picture up, like they have a full like band playing. I don't like who plays.
That's our face. That's wild.
Crazy.
I have a friend, and this is the same friend who took me to see the Puss in Boots movie. Because, again, I was kicking and screaming. I was like, why would I want to go watch a freaking spin-off of a franchise that I hate? And she was like, no, trust me. It's amazing. Because it was in theaters at the time. I was also single, and we were kind of in a situationship. So I was like, okay, I mean, if it means I get to see you. So we went and saw Puss in Boots, and it changed my life. This same friend also went to like a Shrek rave one time in Philly, and I was like, there's a Shrek rave? Oh my, I can't tell if I want to rush there to see it or to rush away as fast as I can. And I have two other, I guess, acquaintances, probably not friends, who had a Shrek-themed wedding. And I say acquaintances because I got invited and then uninvited from the wedding. They like a Shrek each of them did like a bachelor party that was Shrek, bachelorette party that was Shrek. They did like their wedding shower was Shrek. Like they were telling me they had plans to have a real live donkey at the wedding, like donkey going around like that would like serve the drinks, like, and they were so stoked for it, and I was like, you say psych right now, please. So I don't know how that went, but I wish them all the best.
Do I know this person?
No.
Do I know these people?
Oh. No, I don't. No, you don't. It's so funny and weird. Anyway, I think that's a good segue. I had a little bit of interesting trivia that I learned recently that I wanted to just drop. But
okay,
it's a good enough mid segue. It would have been a good segue if I hadn't brought this up, but I'm going to, so it's going to be a little bit clunky, but I just want to tell you anyway. I just found out that there was the same amount of time, 14 years to be exact, between Final Fantasy 1 and 10 and 13 and 16.
Yep.
What the shit?
Game development is a different game now, dude.
Totally, yeah.
It's a completely different game. It is it's completely different. Like, game development budgets have ballooned. It is normal for games to take 5 years to develop now.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was like 6 to 9 months. Maybe.
Yeah,
like,
if you're lucky.
Like over a year was a long development cycle for a game.
Yeah.
And teams were also significantly smaller. I remember I was listening to a podcast earlier today where this could have just been like an anecdote or something they pulled, like, might not be totally accurate, but Mark Cerny, who worked at the Sega Technical Institute back in the day, he worked on like Sega Master System games, and it was like normal. He said it was normal for, like, they would throw 3 people onto a game and give them 3 months to complete it, and that was like the normal thing to do.
That's wild.
That's now it's like in the 80s, but still, that's crazy considering not even like 20 years after that, into like the mid 2000s, like, development teams were in the hundreds at that point, and like now it's in the thousands. It's crazy.
Now, yeah, even just like watching the credits roll from an old video game to now, it's like back then it was like, and we're done. Now it's like, okay, let me go take a break. Let me go like make a sandwich, take a nap, go to the bathroom, take a shower. Like,
it's crazy, dude.
Especially like the real like quadruple A games or triple A games. Like when I beat Death Stranding, I was like, I'm gonna be here forever in these credits.
I do think that there is going to be, like, you're seeing it a little bit. I do think game publishers and devs are going to start bringing back kind of more medium-sized experiences.
Yeah, they're gonna have to. It's not sustainable.
I mean, dude, Square has already figured it out. I've talked about it on other shows, but like, Square figured it out more recently than others. Like, they started pumping out those HD 2D games, like Octopath Traveler, Triangle Strategy. There's a new one coming out that I forget what it is. There's all the remakes of Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy pixel remasters. Like, they are finding ways to make, like, sought after experiences that don't break the bank. Yeah. And it's, props to them.
It's going to be stuff like that for like the big companies. And it's going to be, I think we're going to see a massive, we already are like on PC. But I think even on consoles, we're going to see a huge uptick in indie games that are just going to absolutely.
We've already had a huge like some of the biggest games on consoles are indie games now.
Yeah. That's true. I keep forgetting that freaking technically Expedition 33 is an indie game.
It is an indie game.
We both still need to start that.
I own it.
Me too.
It's right back there.
We'll get there.
But I just finished 70 hours of Horizon, and I'm not looking to put another long game on my list.
I know. Well, speaking of Final Fantasy 16, I still have that. I'm looking right at it. I haven't even touched it. I haven't played Final Fantasy 7 Part 2 yet. I have Metaphor. I haven't played that.
I actually need to replay 7 Remake because I told a buddy I would guest on his show to talk about it. Now, I've beaten the game before, so it's not like it would be completely like... I've beaten it before, so I know what I'm doing with it, but I would like to replay as much of it as I can. So I'll probably be streaming that in a couple like later on this week or something.
Nice. Well, speaking of podcast episodes, I'm going to shout something out that I listened to, which was your Perfect Dark episode.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I was like, I knew you had some. You had hinted that you had maybe some spicy takes about Perfect Dark, and I was like,
Yeah.
I love that game, and I wanted to listen to what you and
I don't know how spicy they actually were. I generally, you don't see me. I go more off rant. I rant more often on here than I do on the podcast.
Yeah. Oh, Jimmy's like the best Bond game. Yeah, I mean it basically is just sci-fi GoldenEye. Yeah, I was surprised that I was glad that somebody talked about the mixing of the audio, the dialogue, because it's so freaking hard to hear anyone speak because it's the N64. But I think they did the best job that they could for like a nearly fully voiced game.
Yes, like it's a technical powerhouse for the system.
Yeah, I think I was surprised at how much you didn't like or like didn't really feel the story. You were like talking about
it was bad. It was bad.
That's what I don't. It's been a long time since I played it, so maybe it's just like my memories being like, yeah, that's a great. But I was hearing you and your guest Jiggy Lookback follow both of the aforementioned creators now or else, and I was like, yeah, that's what you were talking about the story, and I was like, that's everything I love about it. Like, I love that it's like it's dark and mysterious and cool, but then there's also like the totally goofy, weird moments. Like some of the things that you hate about it are things that I love. That there's just like the aliens, like the one of the alien races looks exactly like the one that we supposedly found in Roswell, like the upside down teardrop shaped gray alien head.
Yeah.
And then there's an actual like creepy alien threat. Like I love that there's like, oh my god, there's aliens, and they're like, yeah, but we're chill. It's these other horrifying ones that we gotta worry about. My man Elvis is a treasure. I know.
I think it's
come on, Joanna.
I think the reason. I think if I would have gone into it expecting like kind of like a tongue-in-cheek style narrative, then I would have enjoyed it more. But I went into it thinking it was going to be this gritty sci-fi experience. It's rated M. It was going to be a gritty sci-fi experience, and it just wasn't. Like the sci-fi was so underbaked.
This is rare we're talking about though, and they are so.
Yeah, but GoldenEye isn't really that goofy.
Well, no, but
when you turn on big head mode, or something
yeah,
like
and paintball and slappers, but like,
yeah,
they had to work within the confines of. There was no way they were going to let a James Bond game be goofy. But like when Polisa played Banjo-Kazooie, I was like forgetting how like how British their humor is, and like just how everything's like a fat joke or like just some goofy weird insult, and I'm like, god, they were so mean. So like
everything's an insult. It's really annoying after a while.
I know. I was like, oh my god, I don't think I realized this as a kid or the other times.
Flyers won.
Hey, that's why
5-1.
Yeah, those are my boys in orange. No,
and the team that's chasing after them in the playoff standings, the Columbus Blue Jackets, are 40 seconds away from losing their 7th game in a row, which is good for the Flyers in making the playoffs. Anyway, done with the hockey talk. Just had to shout that out real quick.
Welcome back to Hockey Tuesday, Hawk Tuesday. No, we already made that joke ages ago. Hot with the Hawk Tua girl. It's Hawk Tuesday, more like Hawk Tua's Day. No, I can't go back.
Spit on that thing.
I can't believe I have thoughts about all of that. Anyway, I think it's time. Are you ready to give each other out some quests?
Well, did you finish what you were going to say about Perfect Dark?
I enjoyed the episode.
Thank you.
I disagree about the story, but a lot of your other thoughts. Oh, I was also surprised to find out that you didn't know about the cheese thing, because I thought that was pretty.
Wait, what cheese thing? Sorry, I'm blanking on it.
How there's a wedge of cheese hidden in every episode or every level.
Level?
Yeah.
Why would I know that though?
I just feel like that was one of those things that was just in the gaming sphere that like that's one of the first like Easter egg things that I remember hearing about. Even as a kid, somebody was like, "Yo, do you know about the cheese?" And I was like, "Yeah, I found."
Yeah, I never heard that before.
Yeah,
Still, like that, I forgot all about it till you said it.
yeah, because I remember Jiggy saying like he's like I played the crap out of this game. I beat it on the highest difficulty, which holy shit, that's a achievement because it's ridiculously hard. And found all the cheese. I thought it was just that one because the first level's cheese is pretty easy to find. It's just like under the stairs in like you're in like one of the first rooms you're in, and it's like in a grate, and you just see this random cheese there. And I was just like, oh, that's funny that they put a cheese in this level. And then way later, somebody like a friend of a friend was like, "Did you find all the cheese in every level?" And I'm like, it's in every level. I thought it was just the
more
one.
cheese.
I gotta get all the cheese. I didn't sound like that, obviously, but maybe I did. Who knows? And what a British thing too. Like just hide some cheese. It would be so cheeky. Oh, how silly.
That's like that. There's a game in the Taskmaster Series 19 where they have to find the cheese phone.
Oh, nice. Is it like? Is this thing chocolate?
No, it's literally just a phone with like fucking like what's it's a blue cheese. Let's blue cheese crumble on top of it. And like kind of smeared over top of it. And as they're walking around the house, you know, the compound that the Taskmaster house, they're like they walk into the phone booth and the phone's ringing, and he picks up and he goes hello, and you just hear achoo, and Alex goes, I'm sorry, you found the sneeze phone. And it's all shit like that.
Yeah.
The sneeze phone, the knee phone,
Yeah.
like anything that's like a semi-rhyme, a slanted rhyme to cheese. They put it in there.
Yeah, this one's buzzing. Oh, that's the bee's phone.
That was one as well.
Oh my god, of course. Yeah, it made me want to go back and play Perfect Dark again because, and Jiggy pointed out, and I would recommend this to anyone, play the 360 Xbox Live Arcade one because you can play it on a dual stick controller, and it's a game changer, literally. And the textures
OG version really isn't that bad.
No, it's not, especially if you grew up on GoldenEye. You know how to do those sieve sticks. Or did I ever tell you about the time that I did a whole playthrough of GoldenEye with, or I don't know if I got through the whole game, but doing the 2 controller thing? Do you know about that?
I don't think you did. I know about it, but I don't think you told me about it.
Yeah, I just randomly one day was like, I kind of feel like, I think we were talking about GoldenEye on one stream on a Tuesday, and then so for that Wildcard Wednesday, I was like, did I ever do the 2 controller thing? And I tried it out, and it's really weird, but it feels so good once you get used to it. It's like, yes, it's just nice to have a second thumbstick again, but it just feels so weird. You're holding 2 N64 controllers. But yeah, the Xbox Live Arcade Perfect Dark is excellent. That game is just excellent. Oh my god! And you talked about the thing that I wanted to talk about most about that game, which is the different personalities of the different AI bots in multiplayer.
That's really cool, man.
Yeah,
like,
the vengeful ones
ahead of its time.
Yeah, like Venge Sim, Meat Sim, Dark Sim. I remember like all of them and just experimenting and. Oh my god, I love that game so much. I love the fact that you can finally, you couldn't do this in GoldenEye, you could stick timed and proximity mines to people's bodies, which you couldn't in GoldenEye. They would just go through them. I would love just trying to like stick somebody with a plasma grenade, what is this, Halo? A proximity mine, and then let them find one of their teammates, and then or a remote mine, wait for them to get back to their team, blow them up with the explosion thing. Yeah, Jimmy is bringing up the reload animations. Oh my god! And you and Jiggy talk about how every gun has a freaking alt fire mode, which is super sick. Mm-hmm. I love the cyclone where the alt fire is just absolutely like burns through the entire clip in like 3 seconds. And then you like scan in the bullets for that gun. It's like you put this long credit card thing through the gun, and then that's how you reload. Mag dump cyclone.
It's been like 3 months since I played that game, so I'm like trying to remember everything.
That's right. I forget they're so far in advance.
Yeah, I recorded it. We recorded that. Actually, when did we record? It was like in like February or something like that. Is when we recorded that.
That's wild. Anyway, I don't want to spoil the entire episode. It's a good convo. Everyone go check it out on wherever you digest podcasts.
Thanks, man. I'm
Yeah.
glad you liked it.
Yeah. Which I think then I am out of non-quest things that I have experienced. So, shall we move on to the meat and potatoes? We already talked about the cheese.
Yes, I'm down for that.
Okay. Would you like to offer your quest to me first? Because I probably have more. I know we talked about like trying to match amounts of time. I don't know how long yours are for me. I'm happy to take on ones that are longer because I know you have like, a child, which is like that alone should be enough. Amongst all the other things you're endeavoring to do. So
Yeah, I still have like a ton of other games to work on. So, but yeah, I can go first.
okay.
I only came up with 3 ideas, so I don't know if this is going to work. But
Okay.
for the first one,
Is it like a short? You have like a short, medium, and long?
I do have I have a two movie length things. One is not a movie. One of those movie length things is not a movie though.
Okay.
And then a game, which is not going to, which we already texted bits, so you already probably are putting two to two together.
Oh, okay.
So the movie though, because we've
Okay.
talked about doing this for a while, I figured this might be a good
Ah.
way to do this.
Okay.
Clerks.
Again?
Did we do Clerks before?
Yeah. Sure. We talked about.
Shit, we did. I forgot about that. God damn it.
I was like, I'll watch it a second time, I guess. I can watch the second one. Or like Dogma or something, but we definitely did a whole episode on Clerks. You hate me.
I can't. I forgot all about this. For some reason, I was in my head that we did not do the experience here.
Yeah.
And I was literally like,
That would be
all
that
right,
would have been a
that's
great
fine.
one. I didn't even
Well,
think.
I have a backup. That's why I came up with 3.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
The other one, you can use my dropout log, and I want you to watch Game Changer season 1.
Okay.
It is only 6 or 7 episodes, and they're 30 minutes each, so it's a movie length.
Yeah.
Like it's like, I think there's only like 5 episodes even. I double checked it tonight. It's less than 10, and they're less than 30 minutes a piece. Like it, I think I added it together. It's like an hour and 45 minutes or some shit like that. It's under 2 hours
Okay.
worth of total watch time. So that could be like your quarterly quest, Game Changer season 1.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good that's a good, yeah, like for our 3-month one. So we're doing like, oh shit, I forget. Are we doing short, medium, and long, like 3, 6, and 9, or are we just doing 3 and 6 for now?
We were doing a 3 and a 6. I don't want to commit to a 9-month
Okay.
thing. I just beat a 70-hour game, bro. I can't.
Yeah.
Even entertaining it gives me anxiety, because even though I know I would have time to do it, I can't. My mental load is taxed with thinking about something that's long enough that would take 9 months to beat.
Well, it wouldn't be that it would take that long, but oh yeah. Okay. Okay. I will watch the first season of Game Changers for our 3-month one, which will be like June.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that'll be our Q2. What's our Q2 EOD ROA? It just sounds like we're talking like, yeah, well, at the end of Q2, we're gonna be looking at what's our target? We gotta hit our numbers. I've been in the corporate adjacent world for too long. Okay. Okay, I have some things that are. So you said that's what, 10 episodes that are like a half hour each?
It's under 10. It's less than 10. It's like 7 or 6, and they're like a half an hour ish.
Okay, so that's like 3 hours.
No, if it's 7 episodes and they're like 23. Okay, it's not a half an hour. It's like 23 minutes each.
Okay.
Like it's. I did the math. It was like under 2 hours. It was like maybe 2.5 times.
Oh, okay. So this is like short.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like it's something that would be good for 3 months.
Okay. Okay. I have a. I have one that's just like I have a. Oh man. Okay, I'll give you. We'll start. We'll start small. I will give you a movie. It's about 2 hours long. Um, I've talked about it before on here. I genuinely think you will really enjoy it. Um, it came out, I think last year. It's a little Brendan Fraser film called Rental Family.
Okay, yeah. I
Um,
remember you talking about it.
yeah, Brendan Fraser is a like an actor in Japan, and he pretends to be because this is a real thing. You can like rent people to hang out with in Japan, and he like
Yeah.
pretends to be, like, oh, go, my dad's dead, so like pretend to be my dad, even though you're a white guy, or XYZ. It's very funny, very heartfelt, and obviously, the Japanese angle I think will appeal to us being nerds.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, all right. Let me write that down because I know I'll forget.
It was my second favorite movie I watched last year after Ninja 2. So we're working our way down the list.
We were working what? Sorry.
We're working our way like reverse through like my favorite movies. You watched Ninja 2, which was my favorite movie of last year, or that I watched last year. And so this is my second favorite movie that I watched last year.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. It looks good. I remember you talking about it. I'm excited to watch this.
Yeah. Okay. 6-month quest.
This one,
I have an idea of what it could possibly be.
I don't. Now, this one's going to require a little bit of discussion, but
Okay.
I'm going to say instead of this game specifically, it's a game from this series,
Okay.
Ratchet and Clank.
Hey, okay, yeah. I was like,
this one's signed by David Kay.
oh, god damn it! I still need to talk to him.
My Clerks Blu-ray is signed by a bunch of the actors from Clerks.
God damn it! That's so cool. Oh,
I'm so mad. I forgot that we already did the experience share on Clerks. I'm so mad at myself. For some reason, I forgot. I completely forgot we did that.
Yeah, that would have been a perfect one. That would have been so on brand.
I mean, I could give you Mallrats.
I've seen Mallrats, but not recently enough. Like I remember like the kind of like the big bits. I'd be happy to watch Dogma, especially right now. In addition to season 1 of Game Changers.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
We'll keep it as right now. I'm just we'll keep it at that. But no,
Okay.
so what you mentioned you have some Ratchet and Clank games. So which Ratchet and Clank games do you have available to you?
I have whatever is in the Ratchet and Clank collection on PS3.
Oh, so you have the original trilogy.
Yes. Oh, is it just the first 3?
Yeah, it's the first 3.
Yeah, I have those. Or
Cool.
like if you're like, yeah, the PS4 one is way better, I would just buy it. But if you think PS3 is
so, I'm gonna give you. So my there's not the games with Ratchet and Clank, like you don't really need to know, the story isn't all that important, right? The story is there. I'm going to actually give you playing the second one in the series, Ratchet and Clank Going Commando.
Oh, that hurts my heart. Okay.
Unless you want to go with the original.
I think I would, just to...
Okay, that's fine. That's the only reason is the original one is more rough around the edges. There's some quality of life missing. There's some... It doesn't have the quality of life improvements that just the next game in the series has.
Yeah.
It's still good. I replayed it somewhat recently and still had a really good time with it. But I don't know if that's my love of Ratchet and Clank or not. But yeah, go for the original then. The original's still good. You get to see how the characters meet each other. You get a vibe of the sense of humor. And I will I give you a side quest for the game. Neil Flynn, the actor who plays the janitor in Scrubs,
Janitor Jim,
does a voice in the game.
Okay.
You have to guess which character it is.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look up some clips of this character. before I play.
Well, no, you can't look it up beforehand. I want you to play the game, and as you're like playing, try to guess which character that you come across is the janitor in Scrubs.
I I mean, watch some clips of the janitor of Scrubs, and then
Oh,
play
okay, yeah,
because I have no idea what I don't remember what he sounds like.
okay. No, that makes a lot more sense. Sorry,
And
my
then
bad.
and then I'll play Ratchet and Clank. Do you know what like the playtime is for that?
It's like 12 to 15 hours.
Okay, that sounds about right. Yeah. Um. Yeah, I was thinking like 15, 20 would probably be about.
Yeah, it's about 12 hours in length. Yeah, 12 to 15.
Okay.
15
Um.
hours. 12 hours for the main story, 15 and a half with sides. If you're going completionist, it says it's 25 hours.
Okay. Yeah, that's certainly doable. In fact, I may. I may. Um. Okay. So
And
no.
Jimmy, you've never played a Ratchet and Clank game outside of a demo? You're killing me, Smalls.
Wow.
It's a great
I know what kind
series.
of. I know that's another one that's like so on brand for you. Yeah, I was like when we were texting, I was like, I have not played a Ratchet and Clank or a Jack and Daxter or an Uncharted or a
Wait, you've
freaking
never played Uncharted?
no. I know.
Bro.
Fake Sony fan. I just talked about how much I love Astrobot. Um,
Ratchet and Clanks would be interesting just because the first game is so wildly different than 2 and 3.
really? Huh.
Wildly different. Jack 1 is like a standard 3D platformer. Like it
Yeah.
is like
Oh,
Ratchet and Clank
Jack.
is
You were saying
yeah,
Jack
Jack
one
and Daxter.
is very different than Jack 2 and 3.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I thought you said Ratchet and Clank.
No. Did I say Ratchet and Clank? I thought I said Jack 1.
You might have. I think you said Ratchet and Clank because Jack 1 is way different than I was like, wait.
Jack 1 is extremely different than 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Jack 1 is like a standard platformer, 2 and 3 is like a teen version of GTA.
That's so weird.
And it's some bullshit. I don't think even though I like the Jack games a decent amount, I would not put you through Jack 2 and 3.
Okay.
There's some bullshit checkpoints, some like it is a rage inducing game, and not because like as for all the grief, and I promise I'm not going to go off on a Dark Souls rant, but for all the grief that I give Dark Souls,
Yeah.
other than my issues with like, having to fight the same enemies over and over again, the check like the end of like the mechanics are fair. Like they give you the tools, you just have to figure it out. In Jack 1 there is like glitchiness that will kill you, and since the checkpointing sucks, then it's fucking brutal.
Yeah.
Like it's challenging in an unfair way versus I would say Soulsborne stuff is challenging in a fair way, even though I think some of it's bullshit.
Yeah. It's fair bullshit.
Tomato, potato.
Yeah, I've there are so many first party Sony games that I've just never played. I got the like Spyro reignited and played like a tiny bit of that. But yeah, for the most part, Tomb Raider too. I've never played a Tomb Raider.
Neither have I.
Oh wow,
I've played a little bit of Tomb Raider, the original Tomb Raider, and it's very janky.
I think it's probably because I didn't get a Sony system until I got a PS2 when the PS3 came out. So I was already like way behind. I played Final Fantasy VII in like 2000, probably like 2007, probably like 10 years after it came out. So I'm very behind on Sony games. But okay, yeah, I will play Ratchet and Clank for our first quarter.
Okay.
Second quarter. Wait.
Yeah, like 6 months.
Yeah. Which I think is the end of September.
Yes.
Okay. God, I want to give you one so bad, but It is a pretty long game. We're talking like 30 hours.
Tell me what it is, and I'll the
And I'm happy to play. It sounded like you wanted me to get to Ratchet 2. I'm happy to play both 1 and 2 if it helps.
how long is two? I mean,
Probably, I
yeah.
imagine, just as long. So we're probably looking at about the same time frame.
Usually sequels are longer, though.
Yeah.
I'll tell you in just a moment. It's about this. It's 17 hours. So yeah, about the same length.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right.
13 for the main, 18 for main plus sides, and 28 and a half for completionist.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
what's the game?
So it's so
It's
funny to
Near
me.
Automata, isn't it?
No, it's the first one.
I don't have Replicant, dude.
I have said every single time we've talked about this, I will mail you my copy. You can borrow it.
You know that costs money.
Not to you. I it's one of my favorite games of all time. It was so
It's a 40-hour game, dude.
yeah, that's what I said. I was like 30, 40 hours.
Ugh.
Yeah. So it was so funny that you were just talking about like the thing that you're like, I hate when games do that thing where you like you get to the end and then there's actually more. And I'm like, well, that's near. But there's something specifically about that you can't, because I toyed with the idea of just being like, well, get to the first ending and then just like watch the other endings on YouTube or whatever. But that there is something, and I can't say too much, but there is something like I don't just want you to play Replicant because it's a great game and I love it. Like that on its own, it's in my top 10. But Replicant and Automata both do things in their true endings that change the way that like I see how video games can be put forward as a medium. Meta things like fourth wall obliterating things that you kind of have to just experience. Like you can't just watch the true endings of these games. You have to do them. You have to play them as video games as you the player to get any remote experience. Because even if I told you what they were right now, you'd be like, oh, that's interesting. But when you do them,
No, I can understand that when it's like explaining an emotional gut punch in a story, but you haven't read the story before. Like someone could
right,
relay the whole story to you, but when you don't invest the time is what gives you the emotion, not
exactly.
necessarily the actual twist itself.
Very much so. Very, very much so for this. So yeah, I
So
would.
wait, does it take 40 hours per play or 40 hours total
No, no, no,
between
no.
the
God,
multiple
no. It's
plays?
it's total. It's based off of a so near replicant
Okay.
version. No, no, God, no. Yeah, it's well. So there's 4 endings and they're each 40 hours each. So we're really looking at like 160 hours. No, no. It's 30 to 40 to like get to the final true ending. Oh shit, what was I gonna say? I don't remember. Yeah, that's, and I know that Automata is on your Patreon list that comes up a lot, and I feared the day that your patrons would vote for it and you haven't played Replicant because I played Automata first. Obviously, loved it. I talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
But when I was introducing Polisa to it, I was like, well, I do have this one, which is technically first, even though they're not super related. They are related very much so, but it's not that overt. And I was like, from what I hear, I haven't played it yet. I'm talking about Replicant. I'm like, I haven't played it yet, but I hear it's actually like a lot like Kingdom Hearts. And then she was like, I want to play that one first. And I was like, I kind of thought you would. And that was the right choice. I enjoyed Automata so much more when we played it a second time, having gone through Replicant first. And it's excellent. So that
I'll give it a shot. I'll be honest, I'm very hesitant. Not because of the length. I have very little interest in the near universe.
yeah. I
but I need to push myself out of my comfort zone. So I'll give it a shot.
I didn't either until I played a game in that universe. I was just like, oh,
Because
cool.
I've played maybe like 8 to 10 hours in Nier Automata, and I wasn't really that enamored with the gameplay at all. Like it was fine.
Really?
It was I don't know. It just felt like a generic action game.
Mm,
Competently made. Like it wasn't like, I don't mean that as like an insult, but it just like there was no, it didn't really grab me at all.
huh.
I don't have like any specific reasons for it either. It's not like, oh, this one. It's not like when I rant against Soulsborne games where I give all these reasons as to like what grinds my gears with it. It just didn't really resonate with me. With that said, though, it's been a long time, like a very long time since I last played it, and also I didn't hate it. It just didn't grab me. So who knows? It just,
Yeah.
from what I remember, I played it, and I just remember hearing how good it was, and then what I played of it. Maybe I didn't play 10 hours. I forget how. I remember getting up to, I think, past the prologue where you fight on that giant. Like you have to fly, and you're like, how can it, what was it? Like you're standing on top of like this giant mech. I remember
Yeah.
it's
And
like
then you
early
fight the
on in the
mech.
game,
Yeah, that's like the
and you
prologue.
fight
Yeah.
the mech, and I hated that.
Wow.
Did not like that fight at all. It was not fun.
Huh.
Leading up to it was fine, but the fight for the mech, I didn't enjoy.
God, I love that so much because then you hack you hack into it and then you rip its saw arm off and then you're like beating it with its own arm. Ah,
I Like I said though, it's been
yeah, it's banned.
probably, it was pre-pandemic that I played it, right? So like
Yeah.
it's been a while. So it
Well, I think that Replicant may be more up your alley in terms of aesthetics and the way that it tells the story. It's a lot more like an action RPG, like JRPG. It feels storyline wise like very JRPG. Like I'll just tell you, like out the gate, the first thing that like you discover about the main character is that he's taking care of his sick little sister. Like it's very, and you're in this little town, a quiet village. And it's, you start your pretty standard like, hey, can you go get me like 10 flowers of this
okay.
whatever, and it's like, okay, this is a JRPG, and then it
Diverges from that in some way, shape, or form.
yeah, in many ways, but closest thing I can think of is probably like Kingdom Hearts, not in gameplay wise and presentation style, but it plays like its own thing.
Which version do you have it on?
PS4. So
Okay.
it's near Replicant version 1.442, whatever, a million numbers.
Whatever the fucking
Um,
stupid name is.
it's which is a
Fucking
remake.
pretentious title.
I know, which is a remake of the PS3 version, specifically the Japanese PS3 version. Because for some reason, your like plucky little Twinkie main character guy, when they brought it over here, they made him an old man because they thought that like Westerners wouldn't like the fact that he was like a pretty boy. Because which is so dumb because it's like Final Fantasy VII is super popular here. Like he's like he looks like Cloud mixed with lightning. But yeah, so it's the PS4 one. And what I can say is like we could call it the 6 months one if we're getting close to 6 months and you're like, I'm gonna need way more time. We can push it out to the next one, and I can give you another like short one, like a movie or something to watch.
Okay, yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's a very important game to me, and just like I said, the way that it bends and breaks the fourth wall in the tail end of it is just incredible. And like that's not even to say like anything about the amazing score and the locales and the characters. Like I care about the characters in this game way more than I do Automata, and I care about them a lot. So it's very compelling. It's just an excellent game. So
If you're willing to mail it to me, I'd be willing to do it. And if you do both Ratchet 1 and 2, which I
hell
know
yeah.
is a not like a crazy tall task. Like they're two 15 to 17 hour games, which is
Yeah.
about the same length as Near Automata. So,
Yeah.
or sorry, Near
A
Replicant.
replicant. Yeah. Yeah, I am down. I will also yeah, we can talk about it off stream, but yeah, I will definitely send that to you. Or I wish I could be like, check the drawer of your desk, Josh.
It's just a notepad.
No, that would have been so. If I was like, you're like, no, absolutely not. Fuck you. And then I was like, oh well, it's
Well,
in
you
your
better
desk.
open that desk drawer.
Yeah, and it's just
Too bad, bitch.
you just crumble it into dust. This is what I have to say about this game. Okay, fine. Well, cool. Yeah, I appreciate the time in advance. We will watch Rental Family for you for the next 3 months, and I will watch the first season of Game Changers, and then I will play Ratchet 1 and 2 for our 6-month check-in, and you can just see how if you can get through Near in 6 months. It's 6 months is a long time.
I
but
should
I know you're busy.
be able. So it really just depends on how I hit my stride, and also if I get hooked on it. So if I get
Yeah.
hooked on it, I know I can. Because so for the reason I say that, I beat Forbidden West in about 2.5 weeks, and that was 70 hours.
Whoa.
Right? Like
Yeah.
I burned through that because I was so enamored with it.
Yeah.
If I don't enjoy the game though, it's going to take me if I'm like let me put this. If I like the game but don't love it, it's still going to take me a while. Like there's lots of games that I like. Perfect Dark I enjoyed well enough. That took me forever to beat.
Yeah.
There's very few games that completely suck me in to the point where it's like that's the only thing I want to do. Like I want to I like I'm not saying to end the stream now, but I want the stream to end early so I can play more Forbidden West tonight to do more DLC. Like that's how much I enjoyed that game.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to cut the stream off early.
No,
We
no.
can keep on going, but like it's just like that's how much I enjoyed that game. I don't think Near Replicant's gonna do that for me, but as I've said before, I'd rather go in with low expectations because not because the game's actually bad or like your recommendations are bad. It's just when something gets like when I go into it expecting to really like it, and then it doesn't meet that expectation, I get real cranky.
Yeah.
Real cranky.
That's fair. I think it's similar enough to other games that you have played and liked. So I'm thinking it might be a good gateway into Automata. Plus, there are some things in Automata that I completely missed that were things from Replicant.
And the PS4 Replicant fixes a lot of stuff from the PS3 version of the game, right?
Yeah. The PS3 one is like kind of slow and clunky, and they kind of retroactively, because Replicant came out after Automata, so they were like, well, let's take some of the more fast-paced, action-y stuff from Automata, put that retroactively into our first game. So there's a ton of quality of life improvements, and yeah, like I said, it's more of an action game, but it's got the story structure.
I mean, Automata was an action game too, for what I played of it, I should say.
Yeah, totally. But the story structure of both of them is very akin to like a JRPG. More, especially the first one. Yeah.
I will have to. We'll see what it is. So if that's due out that would be September is when we would do our episode.
Yeah,
our episode,
end of
our
September.
Stream on it, right? That would actually work out, believe it or not, because I have an episode slot on September 20th.
Ooh.
So if I'm able to do that. Now, with that said, you would have a bunch of episodes back to back because the Banjo-Kazooie episode, assuming Corey does that from My Life in Gaming, you asked to be on that as well.
Yeah.
It would be Banjo-Kazooie, Mario Super Show episode, Near Replicant.
I'm down. So what? Just 2 weeks in between?
It'd be 2 weeks in between.
Yeah.
There'd be one episode in between. But that's not the first time I've done something similar. What is it? In fact, coming up, so Dave Petrangelo from Remember 64, which Jiggy Look Back is also on that podcast.
Nice.
Just did my Yoshi's Island episode about a little over a week ago. In a little over a week from now, he's going to be on an episode for Return to Castle Wolfenstein. So I do stuff like that periodically. I try to avoid it, but if it works out that way, it works out that way.
Yeah, and I totally don't mind because Banjo and Nier, both Niers are in my top 10. So
Technically, I could also like wait to release the episode. It doesn't have to be released in September. So, I could release it in November if I wanted to.
Yeah,
that's the next open slot I have. I am surprisingly far ahead on my scheduling this year.
Nice. And I was hoping to like not like add another thing to your plate that you wouldn't be able to use like for your show. So like if we even want to do our like do a Talk Tuesday thing where it's like instead of a Talk Tuesday we just do your episode, like how we do the live version here, and then
that's what I figure we would probably do for Near Replicant, assuming I beat it. I might wait to release the episode, like I said, until like November, just to like break things up. But like either way, it just that I'm down for that either way.
Yeah.
Also, I could hold on. Who says I have to do what I'm doing right here? I can also rearrange the schedule. So I have an episode on Control that's also. So I'm doing an episode on. So Corey and Try from My Life in Gaming, they have pledges where they pledge different games to each other. Like they pick 4 for themselves to play, and then kind of like what we're doing with the quarterly quest, where they challenge the other person to play a specific game. One of the ones on on Corey's backlog was Banjo-Kazooie, and one of the other ones on Try's backlog is Control. I originally had it as Control first and then Banjo-Kazooie. I'll just fucking switch it around, and then I can have there'll be 2 weeks in between the episodes, so we're all fucking good.
Sure, you are your own boss.
I am my own boss. God damn it!
I tell me what I'm gonna do.
I hate Bewitched.
Yeah, same.
You ever see that? That's a quote from Cleveland from Family Guy.
Oh no!
The rant we kept building up to, our voices changed. It sounded like Cleveland for a second. I hate Bewitched.
Oh, that's nasty. Nice.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
Guess what?
All right.
I just gave Josh his quarterly quest.
Woo! Near!
Do you remember? Yep.
Yay, Near Replicant!
Felisa is also a huge fan.
I just got a nose show.
Nice.
So I'm just trying to
Because she
gently-
has taste. I'm just kidding.
How dare you, sir?
Sorry.
That's why she's dating you. I'm just
Get
kidding.
oh,
I can't even finish that. That's not even a nice joke. That's
Terrible.
not even a good insult joke.
Well,
that's just mean.
I guess
that's just rude, and I don't even mean it.
Just
If
go.
I'm going to insult you, I'm going to mean.
Yeah. I mean it. If you're gonna be mean, mean it. Well, I know you have some Forbidden Westing to get to, so
I don't need to.
No, I know.
But I don't really have much else to talk about tonight either.
Yeah, me either. This was kind of like the main quest, so to speak. So I am down to end it. To end it all after that comment you said. No.
Oh no.
No, man. Oh, my voice just did something really weird there.
Oh man.
It was like a burp. Anyway, yeah, I am stoked to finally freaking play a Ratchet and Clank game. Although I was kind of expecting you to change that to Uncharted after I told you that I had never played any of those.
No, I'm gonna stick with it. I will say I'm curious to see if you like the first game has a decent sense of humor, but I think it finds its footing as the series goes on.
Yeah.
So I'll be curious to see what your thoughts on their humor is, and obviously the gameplay. I think the gameplay is fantastic.
Yeah, I hear a lot that the second one is like the one, kind of like Uncharted.
Yeah.
So I'm stoked to play both of them because then I don't anticipate this, but if I was like, oh my god, I hated Ratchet and Clank, I don't want to play anymore. Like then I'll still have to go to the next one and be like, oh okay, so it did land. I'm sure our first episode that we did together was on Metal Arms, which I know is very similar. So I think I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah, I am stoked. But I will let you go for now. I might watch a Game Changer tonight. Start on my quest.
Go for it.
Or maybe a Taskmaster, because when you brought up Taskmaster, I was like, oh man, I want to watch another Taskmaster.
Series 19, man. I highly recommend Series 19 with Jason Mantzoukas.
That's wild.
Really good.
I know that like it doesn't matter, like there's not like a story, but jumping from season 1 to 19 is like inside I'm like, I can't do that.
The only reason I say Series 19 is because Jason Mantzoukas is one of my favorite improvisers, and he is nothing but a ball of chaos on that season.
I love it. Oh, Jimmy says he kills it. That's two glowing recommendations.
Jiminy Doom and I.
He's not Jiminy. He's Pinocchio after he was lying earlier.
But we actually went to... So Jason Mantzoukas is part of the podcast How Did This Get Made? And Jimmy and I actually went to see them live together.
Oh, sick. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh. And from then on, he was trying to get your feet pics.
I send it to him. I send him weekly.
Nice.
He just likes to keep reminding me on stream.
Here's just an update. You haven't sent me your weekly feet pics, Josh. It's been 7 days and 12 minutes.
It's been.
Yeah, it's been. And comedy comes in threes. I think that's a good way to end it all. Yep. Bye.
Season is here, baby.
I thought it said scandal season.
Both.
Sandal season.
Sandal season.
Well, I don't know. Like today, it was really cold today. It was very windy here anyway.
And it's going to be 38 degrees out tonight, for fuck's sake.
I know.
It's going to drop to like 37 or something. Or no, I'm sorry. It says it's going to drop to like 27 or some shit like that.
Oof. Yeah, it was like mid-30s here, but the wind was like killer. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's going to drop down to 27 degrees tonight. Like, what the fuck, man?
Sick.
It's April 7th, for Christ's sake.
I know. Well, we're in that. I mean, PA is like so bipolar. We're in that like false spring.
Yeah, but no, we used to have gradual changes. Fucking climate change, bro. God damn, I'll never forgive people that don't believe it.
I know. I have an uncle who thinks the Earth is flat. All right. Well,
Garbage Man, start with a G. You ever see that?
Garbage Day.
No. You ever see? There is a YouTube video by this dude named Young Chani.
Okay.
He's like this Australian comedian, and he's Asian, so I apologize. Like he does like an Asian affectation, like an Asian voice, but since there's an Australian accent with it, it's this very strange mixture with it, and it's called Garbage Man or Asian Dad B Plus is the name of the video.
Okay.
And the whole video is him driving to he plays like every character in the sketch, and his son's driving to the doctor, and his dad's asking, he was like, hey, how's school? I'm not going to do the accent because it's
I don't know. Jimmy just requested one.
There is actually a part where I kind of have to do the impression for the joke to land.
Yeah.
Not necessarily joke to land, but it's hard to explain. But so he goes like, hey boy, how's school? And the guy's like, oh, it's not good. I'm being bullied. This is like, I don't care. I just want the results of your report card.
Damn.
And it's a very, very thick, like fake Asian accent that he's throwing on. Like this Asian comedian is throwing on.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh no, I'm doing good. I got an A+ in math, got an A+ in chemistry." He's like, and I got an A+ in like this. And his dad's like, "Oh, that's okay. You could have done better." Like, look at him like, what? And he's like, "What about the English?" And he's like, And the dad, like, it's one of those jokes where he becomes less intelligible. It's like, "What about the English?" And he just kind of keeps going more and more. He's like, I got a B+. And the guy's like, B plus, B. And they're freaking out and this and that. And he goes, listen to my lecture, okay? Listen. A stands for a good job. Do you understand? A stands for a doctor, a lawyer, a dentist. It stands for a good job. And he goes, well, by that logic, Dad, A could also stand for garbage man. And he's like, garbage man, garbage man start with a G. Even I know that, and I can. And he's like, get out, go to the doctors. I don't want to get out of my car. Just get out. And then he's so mad, like after his son has left, and he's like in the car just going, garbage man start with a G. And even I know that. I can't even spell garbage. And like whenever I get like that super exasperated, like I can't deal with this bullshit anymore, that's the first thing in my mind every time. Like, garbage man start with a G. just so exasperated. And then the butt into the whole sketch is his son comes back. He's like, how was the doctor's visit? And he's like, oh, it's good. They gave a test of my blood, and I found out what blood type I am. He's like, oh, what kind? B positive. B positive? B plus. And then it cuts.
How dare
it's a good
you?
button.
That's good, yeah. That's funny.
So,
well,
anyway, let's end this stream.
Yeah.
Garbage man start with a G.
Before you get canceled, everyone hit him with the cancel hammer. No,
I thought I handled that tactfully. I could have done a fake Asian accent, like his version of it, the entire time, and I didn't. So there you go.
Yeah, and I mean, like, there's the line between like, I think there's a big difference between like mimicking and mocking. So like,
yeah,
I'm not the authority on this, but I think it's okay to do an impression when it's not harmful. I don't know.
Yeah. When you're not like, anytime that you're speaking, like anytime you are quoting an Asian person, you're doing an accent type of thing, versus I'm quoting a specific performance where he is doing that accent in the performance.
Yeah. But I don't know. Who knows? We're just two white guys.
Two white guys.
Filling up the airwaves with two white guy stuff. Like hockey. How about them
boy things?
How about them fly boys? Is that what they call the Flyers?
How about them Flyers?
Oh,
how about them Flyers?
Oh, okay.
They won 5-1.
They call the Eagles birds, and I was like, is this another thing where they say
birds?
Go birds? Good. I'm glad they won. One day they'll be as good as my boys, this fucking Pittsburgh Penguins, who I definitely didn't have to recall pretty difficultly from memory.
Also, they won't ever be the team like the Penguins, who almost went bankrupt like 3 times and had to be saved by their own star players from bankruptcy.
Hey.
With that said, the Penguins have won more cups than the Flyers, so as much as I want to be salty about, I want to try to make fun of them, they still have won more often.
Yeah. And they have
it be what it be.
The best named mascot, I think, probably of all time.
Gritty is the best mascot of all time.
I said the best named.
Nope, still best name. Gritty is a better name than just, what is it, Berg, Iceberg, whatever. What the fuck's his name?
Oh, yeah, Iceberg.
That's stupid.
No, it's Berg like Pittsburgh. B-U-R-G. It's genius. Marketing.
It's stupid.
Marketing
it's
genius.
Stupid. Gritty is a moniker for the city of Philadelphia.
Yes, and I love Gritty, and he's great.
And he's got.
But Gritty does win,
in his hands and feet.
Speakers.
Squeakers, like little squeakers.
Like
so every time Gritty walks around the arena, you just hear squeak, squeak, squeak.
That's
squeak,
amazing.
Because it's at his feet, and anytime he if you were to shake his hand, it would squeak.
I love that. He does kind of
great, man.
Look like the Philly Fanatic was left in the microwave, though. But that's on brand.
Or the Philly Fanatic is just Gritty left in a microwave, or Gritty's vomit because it's green. Even though it came out, the Philly Fanatic was beforehand.
Yeah, Philly has 2 monsters as mascots, and that says so much about the city. 100%.
I will say But hold on, but even though you're not wrong, Jimmy, but it's also the two best mascots in all of sports.
Yeah, they are great.
And that's all like a borderline consensus agreement
Yeah.
amongst other fans.
None of them are good. Like, just none of them are good. I say this as the big sports fan I am.
You want to check out the Montreal Canadiens mascot, Youppi?
Youppi?
Yeah, it's like YUPP. Hold on.
Is he just a guy?
Hold on. Montreal Canadian mascot. I believe it's YOUPPI. It's just a fucking ginger with a beard.
Oh my god! I hate when they just do like a man. It's just like
it's all it is. Oh, he's got like furry bottoms and everything like that. Like he's got furry legs.
Speaking of furry bottoms, I'm trying to go to Anthrocon.
Like, he's been around longer, but he's like Gritty's lesser loved cousin.
Okay, I can't imagine anyone being lesser loved than Gritty. No, I'm just kidding. I love Gritty. He's the best.
Oh, and also, I'm sorry, Youppi used to be the mascot for the Montreal Expos, which was a professional baseball team from 1969 to 2004. So fucking the Canadians didn't even create Youppi.
Wow.
He's a hand-me-down mascot.
Sloppy seconds, he should be called.
Here's
our mascot, Sloppy Seconds. Oh God.
Even the name sounds like Sloppy Seconds. It's Youppi.
Here's our mascot, Snowball.
We should actually probably stop shit talking them though, because Youppi, like Canadians fans are fucking psycho, in a good way.
Here they come. Here they come.
Understanding that Philly fans are also fucking psycho.
Yeah,
it takes one to know one.
They burn the city down whether they win or lose. I've seen it.
I will always say, as much as people give Philly fans shit, they are no different than any other sports fans at all. Like, I don't give a shit what people say. People are like, oh, you threw batteries at fucking Santa or whatever the fuck. I'm like, dude, the Vancouver Canucks lost the Stanley Cup and rioted for like 3 days.
But did they kill the Pope bot? Yeah, Jimmy says right when I saw the chat. The Pope, RIP Pope bot. He went all around the whole country, and then he got to Philly.
No, it wasn't Popebot. It was Hitchbot.
Oh wow, I thought it was Popebot. Oh well,
I don't remember.
They probably killed him too.
Let's get going.
Yeah. Thanks for your time, Josh. Thanks for your chats and time, Jimmy, and anyone else who I think my girlfriend was in here for a little bit, off mic and in the chat. Thank you, love. And thank you, future viewers / watchers / listeners. I said viewer / watcher. Thank you, guys, gals, non-binary pals. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Drink more water. Go to therapy.
Go to therapy.
And watch the fucking Shrek the Musical, I guess. Or, actually, my recommendation that I'll leave you all with is... actually, unironically, Puss in Boots and The Last Wish.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
Oh, Jimmy left us with one. Hail Mary. I will check that one out. I've been wanting to, like Ryan Gosling. Stay frosty. Good night.
Bye.